Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the life of one of history's most intriguing figures, King David. From shepherd to slayer of giants to king and poet, David's life was a tapestry woven with threads of triumph and tragedy, faith and forgiveness. Join us as we journey back through time, peeling back the layers of history to uncover 10 surprising facts about the enigmatic King David. The story of David begins not with a crown, but with a shepherd's crook. Born into a time of conflict and uncertainty, he was the youngest of 8 sons, seemingly destined to tend flocks, not lead armies. Yet fate had other plans. When the first king of Israel, Saul, faltered, a new leader was sought, chosen by a higher power. David, a young man of deep faith and courage, was anointed by the prophet Samuel. He spent years as a fugitive, hunted by a jealous King Saul. This period of trial and tribulation would forge the character of the future king, shaping him into the leader he was destined to become. Perhaps the most legendary tale associated with David is his confrontation with the Philistine giant Goliath. Picture this: 2 armies locked in a stalemate, fear hanging heavy in the air. From the Philistine ranks strides Goliath, a towering behemoth clad in bronze. The Israelites cower, their courage failing. But then, a young shepherd armed with a simple sling and 5 smooth stones steps forward. David, fueled by unshakable faith, sees not a monster, but a challenge to be overcome. The stone finds its mark, the giant falls, and a young shepherd becomes an instant hero. David's life was not solely defined by battles and conquests. He was also a man of deep spirituality and profound artistic talent. His instrument of choice, the harp. His music had the power to soothe the troubled soul and calm the rage of a tormented king. These heartfelt melodies formed the foundation of many of the Psalms. The Book of Psalms, a collection of sacred poems and hymns, stands as a testament to David's spiritual depth and poetic prowess. These verses, brimming with joy and sorrow, doubt and unwavering faith, continue to resonate with people across cultures and centuries. Through his psalms, David's voice transcends time, speaking to the deepest longings of the human spirit. In the heart of ancient Israel lay a city, strategically vital yet unconquered, Jerusalem. It stood as a prize, coveted by both Israelites and Jebusites. David, with his keen strategic mind, recognized the importance of capturing this ancient city. He understood that to truly unite the tribes of Israel, he needed a capital. David exploited the city's water system, a hidden passage that granted his army access to the fortress. With Jerusalem under his control, David laid the groundwork for a unified Israelite kingdom. He brought the Ark of the Covenant to the city, establishing Jerusalem as both a political and spiritual center. David's reign, spanning 4 decades, was a time of unprecedented prosperity and expansion for Israel. He subdued his enemies, forging a kingdom that stretched from the Red Sea to the Euphrates River. Under his rule, Israel transitioned from a loose confederation of tribes to a powerful regional force. He implemented administrative reforms, established a system of justice, and fostered economic growth. However, even the most illustrious reigns are not without their shadows. David's later years were marred by internal strife, rebellion within his own family threatening to unravel all that he had built. Yet, through it all, David remained a deeply complex and compelling figure. David's personal life, much like his reign, was a tapestry woven with threads of love, loyalty, betrayal, and tragedy. He had multiple wives and concubines, a common practice for rulers of that era. These relationships were not without their complexities. David's numerous offspring would become key players in the unfolding drama of his later reign. One son in particular, Absalom, would rise up in rebellion against his father. Despite the turmoil within his own household, David's love for his children remained a constant. The story of David's family serves as a stark reminder of the complexities of human relationships and the devastating loss. Even amidst the triumphs and the turmoil, there remains a dark chapter in David's life, the story of Bathsheba. From his rooftop, David caught sight of Bathsheba bathing, her beauty captivating him. This moment of weakness would set off a series of events that would forever alter the course of his reign. Consumed by desire, he orchestrated a chain of events that would have devastating consequences. His initial impulse led him down a path of moral compromise and deceit. He summoned Bathsheba, knowing she was the wife of Uriah the Hittite, a loyal soldier in David's army. Despite this knowledge, David's desire overpowered his sense of duty and honor. Their encounter resulted in pregnancy, and David, desperate to conceal his transgression, resorted to a desperate act. He sought to cover up his sin by manipulating the circumstances around him. He arranged for Uriah to be placed on the front lines of battle, ensuring his death. This cold and calculated move was meant to erase his guilt, but it only deepened his moral crisis. With Uriah eliminated, David took Bathsheba as his wife, attempting to bury his sin. However, the weight of his actions would not be so easily dismissed, but such transgressions rarely remain hidden forever. The prophet Nathan confronted David, revealing the gravity of his sin and prompting a profound period of repentance and reflection. How can a figure like David, a man who committed adultery and orchestrated the death of an innocent man, be considered a man after God's own heart? This question has puzzled scholars and believers alike for centuries. The answer lies not in absolving David of his sins, nor in overlooking his grave mistakes, but in recognizing the complexity of his character. David was a man of many contradictions, embodying both great virtue and deep flaws. David, despite his flaws, possessed a profound capacity for repentance. His ability to confront his own wrongdoing head-on is what set him apart. When confronted by the prophet Nathan, he didn't shirk responsibility or attempt to justify his actions. Instead, he faced his sins with a rare honesty. This willingness to accept his faults and seek forgiveness is a testament to his character. Instead, he acknowledged the depths of his sin, expressing genuine remorse and accepting the consequences. His heartfelt prayers and psalms reflect this deep sense of repentance. Throughout his life, David demonstrated an unwavering faith in God. His relationship with God was marked by a deep, personal connection that transcended his human failings and a deep understanding of his own human fallibility. He knew he was not perfect, yet he continually sought to align his heart with God's will. This raw honesty is perhaps at the heart of what made David a figure of enduring fascination. His life serves as a powerful reminder that true greatness lies not in perfection, but in the ability to rise after a fall. As David's reign drew to a close, he chose his son, Solomon, known for his wisdom and diplomacy, as his successor. The transition of power, however, was not without its challenges. Rivalries simmered, ambitions clashed, and David, weakened by age, navigated the treacherous waters of courtly intrigue. Yet he remained committed to ensuring a smooth succession, securing the future of the kingdom he had fought so hard to build. Solomon, guided by his father's legacy, would go on to build the first temple in Jerusalem, solidifying the city's status as a religious center. Though David's time on earth was ending, his legacy would continue to shape history. The impact of David's life and reign extends far beyond the pages of the Old Testament. His story is not just a tale of a shepherd boy who became a king. It is a narrative that has shaped the spiritual and cultural foundations of countless generations. His lineage, traced through centuries, would ultimately lead to a figure whose influence on the course of human history is immeasurable: Jesus of Nazareth. This connection between David and Jesus is not merely a genealogical fact, but a profound link that bridges the Old and New Testaments. The Gospel of Matthew begins with a detailed genealogy of Jesus, tracing his ancestry back to King David. This lineage is meticulously recorded to emphasize the fulfillment of divine promises and prophecies. By connecting Jesus to the lineage of David, the Gospels establish him as the fulfillment of ancient prophecies. These prophecies spoke of a Messiah who would come from the house of David, bringing hope and salvation to the world. David, the shepherd king, the warrior poet, becomes a pivotal figure in the grand narrative of Christianity. His life, filled with triumphs and tribulations, mirrors the journey of faith and redemption that is central to Christian belief. His life serves as a prelude to the life of Jesus, redefining the meaning of kingship and sacrifice. David's story is one of courage, repentance, and unwavering faith, qualities that are echoed in the life of Jesus. The story of David continues to resonate through the ages. His legacy, woven into the very fabric of Western civilization. From art and literature to religious practices and cultural traditions, the influence of David's life and lineage is enduring and profound. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about King David, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more historical insights. From his humble beginnings as a shepherd to his reign as a powerful king, David's life continues to captivate and inspire us. Join us next time as we delve into another captivating chapter of history, exploring the lives of those who have shaped our world and left an indelible mark on the tapestry of time.